Aquarius workshop experiencing tenderness. I start with a quote from Pathwork Lecture 250 with the title The Meaning of Grace. And the quote is as follows. You live and move and have your being in a universe that consists of such tenderness, such love, such personal care of the living God, the all-eternal presence in all that it simply defies description. You are surrounded by a universe in which there is simply nothing ever to fear, no matter what momentary appearances may be. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 250. Tenderness is a gentle force, but trapped in the duality of idealization, rejection, where on the one hand we mask ourselves with an idealized self-image and on the other hand we are strict and intolerant of every imperfection, we betray the best within ourselves, thus missing the true power to experience tenderness. The true healthy forces that emanate from the true self are undermined by the artificial emotions of idealization, rejection, regenerate to belong. This artificial, tense, proud, self-willed attitude, which breeds fear and keeps the heart closed, prevents us from seeing the tenderness that exists within ourselves, others, nature, and the entire universe. As a result of this blindness and ignorance, we fight against life and behave hostile toward the structure and spiritual laws of the universe, unlike animals and plants, which obey it with tenderness and ease. To the extent that we liberate ourselves internally through a process of purification and let go of the old false sense of security from negativity, we must also become aware of the tenderness within and around us. In this workshop you will explore with a loving curiosity 3 themes of the Pathwork Lectures regarding experiencing tenderness. The first theme, facing your self-betrayal. The more we betray the vulnerability of our true self, the more insistently we demand approval from others. We can find this betrayal if we are willing to gently examine our deepest reactions and emotions in this regard. Only when we discover and understand this betrayal will we free our true self from the illusory world, giving us the strength to live in reality, to give our best to life, and to be emotionally independent. The next quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 66. Your true self is very often hidden behind a wall of stone. This wall of stone is not wickedness, nor even selfishness. Neither is it the fear of being hurt and disappointed. Yes, all these also contribute, but to a lesser degree. The main component of this wall, behind which you hide the real you, is the shame of imagined weakness, of being yourself with all the tenderness and understanding, with all the sympathy and vulnerability of your loving heart. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 66. Second theme. Dare to feel your soft, tender pain. In humanity, reason and will are overdeveloped, while feeling is underdeveloped, alienating us from the true self. We are wrongly afraid of the negative emotions of the primitive self, because we have now developed sufficient self-discipline and willpower to safely and honestly observe and accept these emotions without acting on them. By courageously experiencing hatred and pain, new vitality, tenderness, peace, joy, and wisdom will emerge. The next quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 165. Now you must learn to honestly register and endure your feelings. The gentle hurt first appears more difficult to bear than the artificially aggrandized one, because the latter seems to promise dramatic action from without. It is a direct expression of saying no to the real, much more gentle hurt. No dangerous destructiveness will arise when the soft and gentle hurt is accepted. Out of it, soft and gentle good feelings will arise, swelling stronger and forever more securely rooted, carrying the self into a most fruitful and creative life. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 165. The third and last theme: be willing to open your heart. The more we are courageously willing to open our hearts, and the stronger our positive intentions are to connect with our true selves through a process of purification, the more often we will experience tenderness. When we acknowledge the self-betrayal, self-alienation, self-rejection, and self-abandonment, and have moved through the gentle pain and sadness, the warm feelings that exist at the deepest level within each of us, such as tenderness, self-acceptance, and forgiveness of temporary human imperfection, will naturally unfold. The last quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 255. You must be willing to risk the imaginary dangers to feel with your heart, to feel yourself, your lovingness, your vulnerability, the beauty of creation, the endearingness of others who struggle in their attempt to find the light. When you are willing, truly willing, the Christ Spirit will take over and perform the operation to remove the tight lock from your heart that has existed for millennia. The more your heart is open, the more God can enter with His magnificent reality. You will be touched by His breath more frequently. You will sense His hand in all things. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 255. I wish you peace and all the best. Thank you.